morning. Greetings from Maine. My name is Tammy, and I'd like to welcome you to sewflysuniqueboutique. This is my channel where it's about cross stitch, about quilting, about crochet, about any other things that I can get my crafty little fingers onto. If you are new here, welcome and thank you for pressing play or clicking on my video to watch it. I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. If you like what you see, that would be awesome. And for my regular viewers, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You make this once a week, my Thursdays, worthwhile. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? This is FlossTube number 57, and today is September 19th, 2024. And I didn't think I was going to have it finished, but I ended up having one. It's the first time I've done anything like this. I don't know exactly how straight it is. It's the first time I've ever really stitched something in hand. But this is one of those ATCs. It's an artist trading card. And I got this little owl here from a sampler. Halloween Quaker sampler that I had, and I put a couple of buttons on it because the theme for this particular one is things with wings, or something that has wings. I did this on an 18 count Rit dye fabric that I had dyed myself, and I'm using a floss from Stitching for Sass. It's called Shades of Black. It has some tints of green and blue and probably purple. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. And I'm going to send this to Laura, Stitching by the Shore, and we'll see what if I get anything in return. If I don't, I don't. If I do, awesome. So that is my finish and a first. So hey. Alright. How about we get into it, shall we? Alright. One of the things that I put on for my goals last week was the March Quake. And I have to frog some stuff out because I don't really have to frog a lot, thank goodness. But the picture of it is right there. This is from the NeedleArt by Wendy. And this is the March Quake. And I started this back in February of 2024. With the intent of getting it done before March. Yep. Didn't happen. So here's what I've got. It's a little wrinkled, sorry. But I was able to finish the bird. I finished this up here. I started on this, and this is where I need to frog. Oh, I did finish this motif here. So I did get some progress on it. I got the almost 400 stitches that I needed, but now I have to frog some out. And, yeah. The other thing I did, it might take me a minute to find it. Is this it? Nope. No. It went away on me? Oh. Yeah. No, that's not it. Huh. Well, that's weird. Hmm. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Took me a minute to find it. The other thing I did was I worked on Rescue Mom, which is from Stitch Boat, and I got the 560 done in that. So that brings me to almost finish. And here's what it looks like. I just have the M left and to backstitch echo. So I'm very proud of this. This was also the R for Labor Day in the Crafts and Books September acrostic. And then, so we got March Quaker. Okay, the March Quaker is done on a 16 count ivory. And the Rescue Mom is done on a 18 count Silver Moon. And then I worked on this Blue Flower Halloween Squirrel. And I almost got the 500. Not quite, but almost. And I don't remember what this is on, but I finished. I finished the little squirrel here. I finished her little pumpkin. And I outlined a part of this pumpkin. And I finished up this side on the border. And am going on. So I still have some work to do on that. Not a lot, but a little bit. And then that'll be done. And I've changed up my plans a little bit again. Not a lot, but a little. I'll get to that when we get to plans and goals. All right. The next one I worked on was for the D in Labor Day. Dog Rules by Lizzy Kate. Or Dog Lessons for People. Be loyal and faithful, play every day, drink lots of water, forgive quickly, avoid biting when a growl will do, sit close and listen, follow your instincts, give more than you receive, take naps, be a best friend, and love unconditionally. There it is. And I've changed a few things around. The collar on the dog is not blue, it's purple. The bowl of water is a different color. It's not red. It is light purple and dark purple, the same purple as the collar. I don't remember what the spilled water was, but this little paw print here and the little bubbles in the water, those are a Classic Colorworks Blue Moon. And I needed to get 200 stitches, which I did. And then some. So here is what it looks like. I also took this out a couple more times this week. Okay. And then, another thing I worked on was Cottage Needleworks Snow Village Snowflake State. This is what it looks like. And I've got over 200 stitches on this done. This is what it looks like. Now you're probably wondering why I have Now, if I only needed 200 stitches on the dog clothes, I have worked on it a couple of times this week. And the snowflake stand was not on my whips and goals for last week. Well, there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is because of this. These are my temperature stitching. Now, I got this idea from Jen, the caffeinated crafter, who got the idea from Siski Stitches. If you watch Jen, the caffeinated crafter, she assigned, like, she's allowed 5 new starts. Once one of those starts gets up to 3,000 stitches, she can pick another start. Her full coverage, she has to get at least 10,000 stitches in before she can move on. With their non-full coverage, I think it's 4,000 or 5,000 before they can move on. So I'm not doing that per se. I give my stitches a amount, and I try to get that amount. And if I get that amount, awesome. If I don't, I write it down in a notebook with the amount, and I keep track of how many stitches I've done every time I pick the project up. Now, with some of my projects, I've given them 500 stitches. With others, the Halloween squirrel, unfortunately, I gave it 1,000, so I've only got 400 and some change. Because I want to get them done. And after counting my whips, yeah, I was going to try to get 60 finishes, which I'm still going to try to do. I only have, I think 10 more to go. But that doesn't, instead of getting my whip count down, it went up. I counted them up the other day and I have over 100 whips. Yeah. So we're going to discuss that. So anyway, this is temperature stitching. So what I do is I take the last number. I have 0 through 9. So I look at the high temp for the day, and I look at the low temp for the day in the 24-hour period. So from, say, midnight last night until say noon, midnight tonight, whatever the high and the low temp, the last number is the one that I stitch. So if it's a 0, it's my Arctic Fox. If it's a 1, it's the dog rules. Hence, I've already gotten 100 stitches on that one. If it is 2, it's Hocus Pocus from Prairie Schooler. Got that one in there. And I've already done it twice this week, so 200 stitches has gone on Hocus Pocus. And here's what I've got done. So I frogged this out before I even started. Put it in. Move down here. Put a little bit of the border, which I gotta go up for. So there's 200 stitches that went in this. Actually, a little over 200 stitches that went in this. So the next time that the temperature ends, either the low temperature or the high temperature ends in a 2, this will come up. Oops. If it is a 3, it is Dracula's Welcome. That's what I'm called. And here it is. It says, welcome to my house. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness you bring. And it's just 2 colors, black and red. So, I have put 100 stitches into this. And this is done on a Witch Garden Crafts Lavender Mist 16 count. And I finished safely in the O in Go. So that one we did pretty well on. Okay, number 4 is Hare and Deer. Number 5 is the snowflake stand, which I've done 200. I just finished doing 100 for today. Number 6 is the Christmas sampler from Cottage Garden Samplings. I don't think I brought it over, but number 7 is Galaxy Flowers, number 1. And I got 100 stitches on that yesterday because the low temperature was like 56. Number 8 is the Halloween sampler from Carriage Garden Samplings. And number 9 is the teacups, which will be also getting 100 stitches today because of the low temperature, and it's like 58. So this is just a simple thing. I'm giving it 1,000 stitches for each of them. When I get the 1,000 stitches done, I will replace that number with a different one. So very simple. No, nothing too complicated. Complicated is not my thing. So, so explain dog rules, hocus pocus, Dracula's welcome. Pass on that one. The let's see, flowers. Okay. Now, according to my count, but I missed a few. So, but still, according to my count, I got 102 whips. Do I like that? The point of getting 60 whips this year was to get my whip count down. So much for that idea. No, this is right. There's a lot of people that have way more than I do, so not really. But I'm not really. I'm counting gift stitching, but this one I don't have a picture for it, but it is Be Happy, and it is a little bottle, cork bottle with a bee in it that says Be Happy. This is for a friend, so it is what it is, right? But I have a plan, small plan. I needed to put 300 stitches on my Silver Witches, and I did. I could you. I put 300. I don't know if I have the. I did it. I put 300 stitches in my Silver Witches. I'm excited. I only did 2 things, but hey, that's 300 stitches. So, I finished up the word creepy. Finished up the word creepy, and started on the width underneath it. So, there it is. See, I finished the word creepy, and I got a good chunk of the switch done. In fact, right here is where her knees stopped. Working on page 2. Yay! And then I was looking around, and there are a few things that I want to start. So I'm gonna move back to the back. This is by Mama Ada pattern. This is a Mama Ada pattern. It's called Be Happy. It's 3 colors. This would be a great gift stitch. This is by Cross Stitch Foxy. It's the coffee set. I have the Christmas box by Stitch Quote. It's on the same lines as the Christmas pink. This I have ordered threads for and fabric. And this is the frog cross stitch, and he's drinking coffee. Then this is cross stitch art, and I love this one, and I thought it was so cute. And it's not that big, it's only 90 by 87 stitches. It's got quite a few colors and stuff. This is the Christmas shelf, which I thought was absolutely adorable. A lot of you have probably seen this in past episodes, but we have the moon whale. I don't know what it is with me and Miles, but I love this. And this is from National. And then I have the Labrador Retrievers by Kara Stitches. Let's see. My brother has labs. Now, as you can tell, I like Nightmare Before Christmas. My movie. And this is Oogie Boogie. This is only 2 colors. Or 3. I think it's 3. Yep. 3. 310, 955, and 743. Then we have the Autumn Heart, and I love this. And they have a Winter Heart, a Spring Heart, and a Summer Heart. And I think I'm going to be doing this in Classic Colorworks Lobster Claw. And since Sunday is the first day of fall, I'll be starting that one possibly, but I'm definitely starting Autumn Provides from, no, I don't remember the name of the company, but it's the same one that I got some refreshes from. And then we have this cute little Cross Stitch Hockey Sea Christmas gnome. And since 2025 is going to be 25 gnomes in 2025, we have the St. Patrick's gnome. And then I got this freebie from Tiny Modernist. It is no title, but it's Cat on a Pumpkin. Then we have from Screaming Heart Designs, the Belfry. And this would be my first foray into chronic. See how that goes. And these are all possible new starts. I don't know yet. I'm not quite sure. Just some things that I was going through, trying to find some other things. So then we have Halloween Moon Cat by Stitch Quote. And this one has two colors, 310 and 704. Cute. It's a lot of filling. And then I was enabled by Angie, who used to be the hibernation stitcher. And she did this one. Or she's doing this one, and it's called Sea Glass. And I love it, and I want to do it. So, because I love the teals. There's a lot of teal. And it's cool. That's my thing. Cool thing. And then my daughter bought me this one for Christmas. It's the Prairie Schooler. Heads up. I've yet to do any of these, but I want to. So those are possible starts. Did I get anything? Yes, I got this beautiful vintage rose, 18 count, from Forbidden Fibers, Fiber of the Month. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use it on, but it is beautiful. Got some pinks. Great. Yeah, it's about right. A little washed out, but. Alrighty. So, let's get to plans. Alright, we're going to do things a little bit different today. Like I said, I went and made a 2-page list of all my whips. 2 pages. Yeah. And I have made 2 wheels. I have made new wheels. Okay, I made one for the gnomes. But that's only got 15 options on it. I have to go through and what I might do is spin it twice. No, we'll see. Or spin it and see what happens. I have my wheel for the gifts. So we are going to go, because what we're going to do is I have whips of the week, Christmas whips, which whip for 100 stitches until done, and a whip for the smalls. So we're going to spin the smalls whip twice. Okay, and that'll be a goal to finish. I have until the beginning of October. So we're going to go from September 19th to October 1st. And I don't know what day the 1st is on. Let's see. The calendar out here. Okay. October 1st is on a Tuesday. So we are going to say until the 3rd. So October 3rd. So the 19th to the 3rd. So that gives me basically 2 weeks. And then we're going, because it's going to be 12 projects. And then we're going to do 4 spins for the 100 stitches. So for 2 weeks, we're going to try to get 100, if not more, as many stitches on a project, but it has to be at least 100 stitches every time I pick it up for 4 projects. Okay? Plus whatever the temperature stitching is. And then the whip of the week, we're going to do 6. So that'll give us 12, at least for now. 12. And that does not include the temperature stitching, because that could be the same project for 3 days straight, especially if like the weather is 60 for 3 consecutive days. So that would be the Arctic Fox for 300. That would be 300 stitches, basically. And 100 stitches is very manageable. But for the whips of the week, they're going to have a set amount if they don't already. So let's start with the smalls. And we have the bead jar, which is the one I just showed you. So we're going to do at least 300 stitches in that one. Okay. And then we're going to do what we get. The whale. The whale. That we are going to finish. Okay. Then we're going to go with witch whip for 100 stitches. So the little owls, which is a Riola's kit. Remember. The coffee dragon, which I need to get a picture of. At least 100. The geometric fox, that one really needs to get done because that is a gift. Just 100. The last one is Good Dog. So these 4, if I can get more than 100, awesome. And a couple of them, I might just do that. All right, then we have the whips of the week. So we're going to spin this one 6 times because this is quite a few of them. What do we get? Halloween Quaker. Okay, that one, I think I put down 1,000. So we're gonna see what we can get out of that one. And then the next one is Silver Witches. That's another 300. That's a good thing. And then we have Salem Sisters. $400. Executioner's block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is the first time I'm bringing this one out. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put, oh, I didn't want to do that, I'll spin it. We're going to go with 300 on that one. Okay, and let's spin this one twice. Halloween cats. That one's almost done. So we're going to put finish on that. And then the last one is haunted house shop. So since I haven't worked on that in a while. We're gonna go with finish the living room. Or 250 stitches. So I think the only thing that's left is the clock and a couple pictures. So if I finish the living room and it's less than 250 stitches, we'll go on to the next room. Okay. So that's it for that. So this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get all 12 projects done in a 2-week period. And since 4 of those projects are only 100 stitches or more, then we should do pretty good. So, but for the whips of the week, I capped it with the spooky theme because we still have October. The temperature stitching I did for the rest of September and October. So if I get one of those done in that period where I get the time, if I get 1,000 stitches on one done, because I did 1,000 stitches at 100 increments at a time, then we'll just add 100, I'll add something else and I'll just write it in. I won't type it out. I just did it that way because it was a lot easier. I do have November and December all set. So if it's 0, it'll be silhouettes. So that will be 100 stitches for 2 months, if not less. That every time I get, every time it's say 50, 40, whatever, then silhouettes will get pulled out and get worked on at least 10 times, 100 stitches piece. And then if it's the temperature high or low ends in a 1, then I'll work on the Salem Sisters number 1 at least 10 times. Good Dog, same thing, at least 10 times. Gothic Authors, it will be under 3. So if the temperature, either the nighttime temperature or the daytime temperature ends in a 3, Gothic authors will get pulled out and worked on 100 stitches. If the temperature ends in a 4, then the Death Head Hawkmoth will be worked. If it's 5, it's Let Me In, which is a bat by Mama Cross Stitch. Mama Witch Edge Stitch. That's what it is. If I haven't finished the Geometric Fox, that one actually needs to be finished by Christmas time, so I really need to work on that. Then if it ends in a 6, we'll work on the Geometric Fox. If it ends in a 7, the Moose. If it ends in an 8, the Bear. And if it ends in a 9, Wizard Gnome number 1. Okay. And these are subject to change. Depends on how much I got done, because so far, I worked on Dog Rolls once, Hocus Pocus twice, Dracula's Welcome once, the Snowflake Stand twice, and the Galaxy Flowers once. And I think today is also the Teacups. Wonderland Teacups. Which will be good to get 100 stitches in that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, the ones that I've picked for this 2-week period, I'm going to take them off the wheel, write them down as worked on, take them off the wheel, and then I'm going to spin the wheel for 2 more, 4 more, and 6. So that for each 2-week period from now until the end of the year is going to have 12 different projects. So not all the same things are getting worked on. If I have to, I will change them up. I will go for starting in November. I'll start with the Christmas wheel or the gnome wheel because I want to do gnomes. I love to do. I don't know why, but I want to do the gnomes. So I'm going to add more, take off some, maybe throw in a new start here or there. The only new starts I'm going to have for 2025 are the 25 notes. Because other than, gift stitching and an ornament. So if I get the bee jar finished within a 2-week period and I get the whale finished in a 2-week period, then I will spin the smalls again in front of everyone so they know. So, so if I get them done next week, maybe that can earn me a new start. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is in order for me to earn a new start, I'm going to have to, other than a birthday gift, I'm going to have to, really crack down on getting some of this stuff finished. I'm going to try to look at the lists that I had previously, and whatever I have on there previously is going to become part of the rotation somewhere along the line. I may not write it on my list, but if I have 400 stitches that I haven't finished, I'm going to frog out what I'm going to do and finish that 400 stitches. Okay. And then for, with Halloween Squirrel has 1,000 stitches, I'm going to get that 1,000 stitches done. I have to get that 1,000 stitches done because I did it on Such a Fright, which I forgot to show. Sorry about that. But I did do my Such a Fright. I got my 1,000 stitches, and it took the whole, well, a little bit over, but I got the halo done, and it took 1,000 stitches. I'm very excited about this. I know it's kind of silly, but I'm excited. So I got the halo done, and it was over 1,000 stitches, but I got it done. Got it done this week. I was very excited. So the next time I pick this up, which is whenever the wheel spins again and it shows up, that's 1,000 stitches. Yeah. So if I do that, so hypothetically, saying that in Gothic authors, I was supposed to get 500. So I've got to frog out what I've got and continue to work on that until I get 500. For Halloween Squirrel, I think I got almost 500. I still need 500. For the Addams Family, I think it's 1,500 that I still need. I'm going to try to get that done. I don't know when, but I'll try to at least get, because it was for 2,000 stitches, so I think what I'm going to try to do is get at least 1,000 long. So it's another 500. It may not be in this 2-week period, but it may be down the line. I have a notebook that has a list of everything so far. And how many stitches I want to get. Like with the temperature, the temperature stitching. I write down, like, I put the snowflake stand in there, and I put the amount of stitches because I have a small book that I keep next to me every time I'm stitching, and every time I end a thread, or because I don't have Pattern Keeper, I don't have Markup XP, I don't have Good Notes. I don't have any of those. And even if I did, I don't know how to use them. I am technically, I am a technological failure. You can ask my daughter. Technology and I we don't get along. I'm a big failure. So I have one of those little crochet counters that count your stitches. I either use that, or if it's paper running, then I tape the page breaks together. I will count the number of stitches in that row that I did, and then I write it down. That's how I do it. And I have not figured out yet how to put as far as this month is concerned, my full coverages are a fail. Big old fail. So we're going to try next month. And I've ordered stuff for the frog. So I think my frog. And I've also got another one that I printed out. It's an owl in a tree from Puck's Closet on Etsy. And I think I am going to start that one. And that's it. Those are the only 2 full coverage starts that I'm going to have. I want to do the gnome and the dragon. Dragon Love 1 and 2, which are both a gnome and a dragon. Those might be my new year. My 25 gnomes in 2025. I'm not quite sure yet. I watch all these, floss tubers and whatnot, like Laura stitching no shore, Jen the caffeinated crafter, and she's got some cool gnomes. Alara is doing some gnome ornaments. Um, I can't think of anybody else, but there's a lot of people out there that like gnomes, and the Dragon Love 1 and 2, they're both full covers by Cross Stitch for Everyone, and I just I love them. I do, and I want I have gnomes, and more gnomes on my husband's computer that I have downloaded from Etsy, from Favorite Gnome, from Cross Stitch for You, or Cross Stitch Love. I don't remember what it's called. That has the wizard gnomes and the honey gnome or the bee gnomes, and plus a whole bunch of others that are bee gnomes or spring gnomes. And I've got like two of them at least that are snow globes for fall and Halloween. I've winter gnomes. I mean, it's crazy. Christmas gnomes and gnomes dressed up like animals, and it's nuts. This gnome obsession that that somehow I've come up with. I don't know where I got it from, but they're just so cute and so fun to stitch. I have biker gnomes. I mean, come on, really? Biker gnomes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so yeah. So this was fun. This only took me maybe hour and a half, if that. Um, and then to put it together, I didn't do it like, you know, Laura does, but put paper behind it and all this, that, and the other thing. I put a stickable sticky felt on the back, and then I glued a piece of paper, a little 2x3 card, and I cut that says what it is, and the count that I used because I dyed this piece of fabric myself. And the shades of black, you can get that on Stitching for Sass Etsy shop. And then my name. And that was all I did. And then I put these two little Halloween buttons that I got a bulk bag from Amazon. And I love using buttons as decoration on my cross stitch pieces. I have a tree, a Christmas tree, and all the presents underneath it are buttons. I just love using buttons. And I was going to use two bats and the owl, but then I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? It's already got an owl here. Only needs one bat. So, yeah. Would I do this again? Yeah. It's fun. You know, there's plenty of Christmas Quakers out there that you can take a little piece and put it on. Halloween, Thanksgiving, most of it. Like I like those little Ella Rose designs on Etsy. Like you get the whale. And they make really cute itty bitty things, and I put them in my junk journal too. Like done a few of the Darling and Whimsy Quirky Quakers, and I do them on an 18 count, so that makes them a little bit smaller, and they fit perfectly in my junk journal. So yeah. So it looks like I have some things to do, and my weeks go from Thursday to Thursday. So whatever I get done from today until next Thursday, um, if I get, the little owls, that's was my Advent. The Geometric Fox, it's over almost 2 years old. Good Dog is recent. The Coffee Dragon, I started that on the lunar year. Chinese New Year. Year of the Dragon. Do I have much done? No. Don't. It doesn't even look like anything. I don't know. We'll see. I did UFO, Queen of Skulls. Wrong fabric, wrong floss, wrong everything. And this is the second time I've done it. Second time I've UFO'd it. I don't think I'm going to do it again. I don't know. If I get the right, I might try 25 count. Do 2 over 2. I don't know. I don't really like 25 count. But I figure it might be easier to do the quarter stitches. I don't know. I might be adding in a few other things. Like, we're going to go through my book, my Bible, of all my whips. Believe it or not, I've finished quite a bit. I finished quite a bit, but started more than I finished. So I might be doing, instead of 60 smaller things, I might be doing 25 large things to finish. Which should at least get me down to 75. Yeah. So, I might be throwing my hair in deer. That might be just work on until done. Because there's really not that much left. I might try a different finish wheel. That's why I'm going with the smalls right now. If I can get the smalls, and a lot of my smalls are the Advents. And the stuff I did for the Advent photo. So I might be doing it that way. Just keep with the small wheel, keep adding small stuff on there, take it from there. I don't think I added everything. There's a few things that I really need to work on, and I know I really need to work on them. And Dog Rules, Christmas Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings, and Hair and Deer. Those are my 3 from 2022. And here it is, 2024, and they're still not done. And then in 2025, we'll kick in the 2023s. I don't want anything to go past 2 years. I really don't. So, we'll see what I get done with this list and take from there. Because for the next month and a half, month and a half, is spooky stitching. September and October. And then what I was also thinking was doing a weekly acrostic to go with the theme of the month. So if we would do that, and if you would like to join me in this weekly acrostic, if it's not going to be a big word. Maybe pick out 5 projects, and then what I would like to do is kind of make it into like a crossword. So say we use the word spooky, okay? Because it's spooky sampler September for us, for me. Not you, but for me. So if we use the word spooky, and you wrote it down on a piece of paper, and you picked your, letters. So this would be for the week of the 19th till, let's see, where is my calendar? Okay. So if we went to the 19th to the 26th, okay? So we use this word spooky for that day. That would be SPOOKY. That would be S-P-O-O-K, 6 letters. Okay. And then say we pick the P for the next word. So you could use pumpkin. And then use the M. And then you'd pick up, if we use the word M, we put the word mummy. And then, so you get what I'm saying? I'll have to write it out. I'll start it and see what it looks like, and then maybe we could do one for Christmas. You know, for from say for 2 months. We could use November and then kind of roll it over until Christmas. So we could think of words that, you know, went with Thanksgiving, like grateful, thankful, um, autumn, turkey, pumpkin, apples, because those are the things that I think of. And then kind of turn it into a crossword. So I have something for next week. So I think I'm going to start with the word spooky, and I'm going to continue doing the crafts and books. And if you haven't become part of that Facebook group, I highly, highly recommend it. Beth does an awesome job. She is the Steadfast Stitcher, and she came up with this group, and she does a really good job. She does Zooms, and I have yet to do a Zoom because I'm too scared. It's I can sit here and talk to myself for an hour, but the thought of getting on the computer and talking to a group of people that I don't know for an hour or two just scares the ever-living soul and heart and soul out of me. Because I'm so introverted and I'm so stuck in this house that I can't even sit in the comfort of my own home and only talk to one person at a time. I mean, I can talk to one person at a time. I can do one-on-one, but doing it. But anyway, so I will play with this and see what we can get. Maybe in the beginning of the year, or we'll do a test run for the month of November, or a test run. I don't know. We'll see. So try that, and then what I have to do now is my gifts. So if you remember, I made this as a gift for whoever commented with their gift. I put their names on a wheel. I used this kind of other fabric for the inside. I will be putting a butterfly charm on this. And it's a little on the stiff side because that's the way I wanted it. And I like how it came out. It may not be the straightest thing in the world, but you know what? It looks good. And it's a gift. So, let me get my next wheel, which is the gifts. So we have Cat Mom, we have Mama M, and we have Linda. Linda! Yes, Linda has won a bag from me before. Linda doesn't comment very often, but every once in a while she does. I think I still have her address. But Linda, if you wouldn't mind emailing me, I'll put my email in the box below. It is sewflysuniqueboutique@gmail.com, and I have activated it, so it's working. Ah, so, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start giving away a bag a month to draw in more people or have more comments. I mean, I have almost 170 viewers, subscribers. And to some people, it's like, that's just a drop in the bucket. But for me, that's almost 170 people that actually want to watch me and like what I'm doing. So for me, that's a win. And I'm happy with that. But because I have so many things to show, I would really like other people to see it too. So anyway, there are two new to me floss tubers. One is Siske. It's Siske stitches. She's from Belgium. She's very cute. She's very cute, and she's the one that came up with the temperature. But the way she does it is because she has over 200 whips. She does it so she'll start with 10 and work her way up. I'm not quite sure where she lives. I don't think she lives in Belgium, but I don't know. I know she's from Belgium. And she's very cute. She's a very big animal lover. She's got like 12 cats. She's got a couple of dogs. Every time she sees a cat in need, she brings it home, you know, or she'll take it from somebody who's getting rid of it because they don't want it anymore because it's like a throwaway thing, and that bothers me. And I have my thoughts about people who do that because of my own dog. But yeah, that does bother me. But anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Animals are not a throwaway item. Okay, that's how I feel about that. They're not a throwaway. If you don't want them, don't get them. Do not give a puppy or a kitten as a gift because it grows up. Okay, and it's going to have behaviors. I rescued mine, and I am more of the mindset of don't shop, adopt kind of thing. But that's me. That's how I feel about things. There are people out there that want the pure breeds and so on and so forth, but I'm quite happy with my Heinz 57 dog, who's pit mix, who deals with me, especially when I'm very depressed. Okay. So check out Siski Stitches, because you really have to listen to her. Okay, because her accent is sometimes hard to understand, but you really need to listen to her and what she does. And her temperature stitching is called Temperature Treasures. And it's very cute. She's very cute. The other two are sisters, and I heard from them from Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. Their names are Shaylin and Tasha. They're from Utah. And they're called the Sloppy Stitcher Sisters. And hardcore Disney fans. Hardcore Disney fans. I'm telling you. Hardcore. Like, one's doing a Cinderella full coverage. They're doing, I mean, they're doing full coverage like it's nothing. And they haven't been stitching for very long, and I'm sitting there watching it going, huh. So, yeah, you need to talk to them. You really need to watch them. Check them out. Other than that, um, anything been happening? Oh, my daughter turned 14 on Friday. Last Friday. She was sick as a dog. Poor thing. Felt so bad. So I tried to make her feel better by telling her about my worst birthday, and it's when I went from 16. I was going on Christmas vacation from school, and I was turning 17. And instead of going on the bus, which I didn't do because I couldn't stand my bus driver, I got a ride from somebody who hadn't been driving that. And she was on a very bad road, caught a piece of black ice, and I can literally say I know what it feels like to be between a rock and a hard place because I was trapped, couldn't get out, had to be cut out. God. Spent my 17th birthday in the hospital. Yeah, yeah. So I told her about that. She goes, "Okay, I don't feel so bad." Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that's how that went. She ended up doing some fun things over the weekend. It wasn't with me, so of course it's fun. Um, she ended up going to a fair and watching a bus demolition derby, and she ended up going to the Boston Museum of Science with her father, her biological father. My husband is her stepfather. So, yeah. Thank God I didn't have to go through a divorce. Telling you what, I've been married once, and that's the man I'm married to now. I did not have to divorce my daughter's biological father because we were never married, which is fine by me. So, if you could, Linda, if you would not mind emailing me your address just so I know I have it. I think I have it, but I'm unsure because I know I sent you something before. Um, and who knows, there might be a surprise in there. Let's see. Um, and I will see you all next Thursday. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And please be safe and keep on stitching on.